The President and I went to Copenhagen back in 2009, and it was a head of state, head of government meeting about climate change. And we knew if we didn't get India and China on board to do anything, none of it would amount to much, because they were growing so fast, they were building new coal plants, and you couldn't blame them for saying to us in the US and the West, you all got to develop, and now you're telling us we can't use what we know will work, namely coal and fossil fuels and the like. So the President and I were determined to see the Chinese and the Russians, not the Russians, the Chinese and the Indians, and they did not want to see us. And we put the word out, we want to know where they are, and we kept being told, well, they're on their way to the airport, or they're in another meeting. And you know, the President and I would look at each other like, say, how could they be leaving? So we sent out scouts, and truly, this is what happened. We sent out scouts and said, you find the Chinese and the Indians and come back to us. And sure enough, they came back and said, they're meeting at the far end of the conference center, up a staircase, guarded by Chinese security. I look at the President, and he looks at me, let's go. So off we went. And we were marching through the convention center. We went up the stairs. The Chinese security guys saw us. Stop, 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 they said. And the President and I said, oh, we're so glad to see you. It's so nice to know you're here. We've been looking all over for you. They throw their arms in front of the doors. You know, the President pushes past. I go under. And so we show up, and so the Chinese and the Indians and the South Africans and the Brazilian heads of state are sitting there. The President, we've been looking all over for you. We're so glad we found you. We pull up a chair, we sit down, and we reached an agreement which gave us the first opportunity of trying to get the Chinese and the Indians to agree to measure and report their emissions. Now, it wasn't a treaty. Everybody hoped for more. I'd be the first to say. But if you follow the line from that meeting in Copenhagen, where we sat there, we had our Chinese interpreter sitting between the President and me, and all of a sudden, the Prime Minister of China said, well, maybe we can talk about this. And one of the other people with him starts screaming at him in Chinese. And the Prime Minister says, don't translate. And so meanwhile, the President and I are leaning back, and our guys translate, you can't do this, you can't read anything, no, no, no. And we're just sitting there smiling, and we got the agreement. Now, the big chance is at the end of the year in Paris. That is the big opportunity to get an international agreement. We would not be in as strong a position if the President had not pursued everything from auto emissions to utility controls. When I was Secretary of State, because we weren't getting anything through the Congress, which was our big obstacle, I created an organization of countries, the Clean Air and Climate Action Group, to begin to look at the non-carbon dioxide contributors, like methane and soot. And we said we're going to deal with those. We may not be able to get everything we need, but that's about 35% of greenhouse gas emissions. So we have been slowly, steadily, persistently, relentlessly taking action. And now we have to look for a better outcome at the end of the year. And the President's recent trips to both China and the trip in talking with Xi Jinping in China, coming up with an agreement and speaking with the Indians, I'm hopeful. But we have to keep the pressure on, and that's what the 100 Grannies have to keep doing, to send the message up from Iowa, to keep the pressure on. I also